Your flange fit is very important. Pumping in the wrong size flange will leave you with less than desirable results in both output and comfort. Most pumps come with a 24 or a 28 millimeter flange, but most women are just a 15 to a 17 millimeter nipple. By using a ruler, we can measure the diameter of your nipple and find a roundabout of where to start. Take this and set it on your nipple and pull it over to the side just a little bit. So you can put your finger in, or your nipple as the case may be, and pull it over, and you can see that there's still space. So that's not the size of my finger. I need to try the next size. Okay, getting better. So this one actually is the size of my finger, which is a 15 millimeter. In order to find a flange size, you would add 1 to 2 millimeters to whatever your nipple measured, and that would be a good starting flange size to try. So in this instance, my finger, which was my nipple, measured 15 millimeters, so I should try a 16 or a 17 millimeter flange. Many clients like to use a hard plastic flange over an insert because they can see better. They can tell what's going on. They can monitor when they need to turn up their settings or change back and forth between modes because they can very clearly see the sprays from their letdown happening in the pump tunnel. With wearable cups or flanges or inserts that are opaque, it can be very hard to see inside the tunnel, and so you really are then going by feel instead of what it looks like. You would monitor output by the milk that actually is dropping down into the bottle instead of watching the sprays from the top if you needed to. An insert goes inside your 24 flange, which most pumps do come with a 24 flange, and then they just make them the correct size. So for instance, this insert is a 15 millimeter, and so if someone measured a 13 or 14 millimeter nipple, then they might try a 15 millimeter insert or pump flange as a starting point. And so it just goes right in there. And it makes it smaller. This is going to increase your production and your output. It's going to make it so that you can pump on a lower setting and get the same results, or maybe even better. Because when your flange doesn't fit right, you're going to turn the pump up to compensate for it. And turning the pump up to compensate is just going to leave you feeling sore and desensitized. And that's a great topic to talk about. The settings on your pump. Maximizing your milk output by playing with your pump settings. Regardless of the kind of pump you have, you should play with the settings. The fast mode or stimulate, and the expression mode, which is usually a little bit slower. The stimulate mode often runs upwards of 70 tugs per 60 seconds. This means that the tugs are very light and short, and they won't feel as intense. This is very helpful if you're early postpartum or if you're sore for any other reason. After milk starts flowing though, you can switch over into the expression mode, and this will help to pull in longer pulls to pull milk while it's actually being expressed. But what if after 5 or 10 minutes, your milk stops flowing? Go ahead and go back into the fast mode. Stay there for 2 or 3 minutes or until you see milk start flowing again. When you see that happen, you can click the button and go back into the expression mode and turn it up another 1 or 2 as is comfortable. As you pump, if you start on the highest settings that your pump will go to, you won't have anywhere else to go when you can't feel it anymore. If you start down on a lower level and turn it back down every time, you'll have more levels to climb up of vibration and of intensity so that you can continue feeling the action of the breast pump for the duration of you using it.